Alright guys, it's Sunday now. Sunday, early morning, a little bit after 10 o'clock. Just came down here and got my coffee, and as the title of the video suggests, this is going to be my second cost of living. Some people have asked for it again, see if it's changed any since my last one. So the answer, I guess the short answer would be no, but of course I'm not one for giving short answers. I do want to say a couple things before we get right into it. And I know no matter how much I say this, some people won't listen, but the first thing is attack my pocket. It's my change from her coconut water. The first thing is that, as always, when people ask me, dude, how much would I need to live there? My answer is always the same. I don't know how much you would need to live here. I don't know that. I don't know you. I don't know what kind of lifestyle you want. Don't know your party habits. Don't know what kind of apartment you're looking for. I don't know anything about that. But what I can do is give you a rundown of how much it costs me to live here for a lifestyle I enjoy. You might not enjoy my lifestyle. You might think I'm a cheap Charlie, that I'm not really living my life, I'm just existing, that I'm only looking to find all the cheapest options all the time. And on the other hand, there'll be people who will tell me that I'm spending too much, that I could live here on half of that. If they were here, they could definitely live here cheaper. That might be true. But again, this is for a lifestyle that I enjoy. Things I like doing, the places I like to eat, drink, and all that good stuff. So that's the first thing I want to say. This is not indicative of what you are able to live on if you move over here. Because again, I don't know that. This is for me personally. Second thing to keep in mind, my numbers are for two people. Myself and their Ting Lai and her coconut water. So, like I said, she makes a Khmer wage. She cleans the school part where I teach, and she gets paid $100 a month. I let her keep that. She buys things she wants out of that, and occasionally, yeah, I think she'll buy something for us to eat, or something to drink. But for the most part, everything here is what I'm paying. This comes out of my pocket, my salary, and this is for two people. Now that does not mean that if you're coming over here by yourself that you can just chop that in half, because there's a lot of things where having two people doesn't matter. Like my rent, I'm going to pay the same amount for rent whether she was there or not. So that wouldn't matter at all. Things like food, yeah, you might be able to cut that in half if you're here by yourself. You eat at the same places I do and things like that. But for the most part, having two people is not significantly more than just one. Number three, I have rounded everything up. That's right, everything. This is actually not how much I spend every month. I figured an estimate based on a day-by-day basis, where we go to eat, what we get to drink, how much water we go through, all that stuff. And then I rounded it up by anywhere from a few dollars all the way up to like $20, just in case there was ever a time when I would spend that much. So this is more or less a maximum amount that I would spend in a month. And this is not does not include any one-off purchases. My rice cooker broke, I had to buy another one. that'd be an extra $10, but I did not include that in the monthly because it's not something, of course, that I buy every month. So keep that in mind. When you first come over here, there might be things you need, and those will be one-off purchases. First couple months here, I spend a little bit more than I did now because I needed things. That's to be expected. But once you get settled in and you have everything you'll need, you notice that you'll be spending a lot less, especially as you start going around figuring out places that you'd like to eat. You might find that you're paying $3.50 for a noodle dish that you could get for $1.25 somewhere else. Just as good, just as filling. Things like that. Once you get to know the town, you'll find out if you're paying, if what you're paying is more or less than what an average person pays, is what I'm trying to say. So, it's my lifestyle. It's for two people. Everything is rounded up and no one-off, one-time purchases. All right? So let me sit down here by the river. So I'm going to go from most to least. And the most expensive thing, the most money I spend every month is on food. You would think it might be running utilities, but it's not. Again, I figured high, but I would say we spend around $220 on food every month. This is going out. This also includes all the drinks we get, except for water, which I put in a different category. And also all our groceries that we buy at the market every week. I rounded that up to $250. And I think that's $220 is just about accurate because every day on the way to work we pass by this place where we get our breakfast. I give Single Eye $1. She gets chicken and rice usually, or sometimes pork and rice. I'm not a big breakfast guy, so usually I just spend 25 cents to get 2 pieces of fried dough, fried bread. It is delicious. I love that stuff, and they're only 500 real each, so 1,000 real is 25 cents. These things are really good too. They're light and fluffy and airy on the inside, and outside they're just a little crunchy, and they have that nice fried, oily taste that I like. They're really, really good. I get 2 of those. That lasts me until my classes are over, my first morning class. Then at 10:30, because I didn't eat, I'm usually pretty hungry, so we'll stop on the way back at the same place. Actually, we'll stop, and by that time they have their silver pots set up with different offerings, different kinds of foods that you can get. That will be anywhere from $1.50 to $2.25. If we both want the same thing, we'll just get one main soup or stew, curry, and then 2 styrofoam containers of rice. Take it home and eat. Occasionally I might want a grilled piece of chicken if they have it. Sometimes we want different things, so we'll spend the money to get that. But I figured, again, I aimed up, rounded up, figured $2.50 for that meal. At the end of my afternoon class, we always go to that place I showed you on the corner a few videos ago, right by my school. Huge, big, delicious bowl of noodles with everything in there, packed. It's delicious. My favorite bowl of noodles here. And that's $1.25 each, so that's another $2.50. I didn't have to round that one up because I know exactly that's what we get. Every time, same price. And then, of course, occasionally I'll get a Sprite. Can of Sprite's 50 cents. Second line will want a coconut water, 75 cents. Yeah, things like that. So I rounded up to $10 a day during the week for our food for 2 people. That is excellent, by the way. And that would also include, like on the way back, usually she cooks after work from whatever groceries we have. But we might have to stop and get like a vegetable or a couple potatoes or something so she can some dog humping action going on over there. Well, yeah, I rounded it up to $10 a day during the week, so that's 5 days a week. That's $50. And then on average, we spend $10 a week at the market for groceries that she actually cooks at home on our days off. And sometimes even during the week. This is not an everyday thing, by the way. Breakfast is usually dead on, and the noodles. But sometimes she wants to cook even after she finished working, so we don't make that extra stop in the middle. So yeah, that's rounded up, $10 a day. $50 a week for eating out during the week. $10 a week for our weekly market run for our days off. Sounds about right. So that's $240. Again, I rounded it up to $250. The next big thing would be rent and utilities. Works the same way. My rent is $170 a month. When I get paid at the beginning of every month, I give him $200. My landlord, I give him $200. He gives me my bill around the 10th, somewhere in there. If it's a little more, I pay the difference. If it's a little less, he gives me the difference. So that works out. 2 months ago, I owed him 1,000 real, 25 cents. My bill was $200 and 1,000 real. This month it was $197. He owed me $3. And of course he gave it to me. So that's just the way that works. That'll stay pretty consistent. Let's see what else I have here. I made a list just so I didn't forget anything. And now I can't find my list. Oh, here it is. Alright, so next on the list. Oh yeah, and these are things again that would not apply, or whether Singlai was with me or not, because these are my things. I do smoke. I smoke less than 1 pack of cigarettes a day. But if I was up to a full pack, again rounding up, I would buy 3 cartons a month. They're only $15 a carton at the most. $45 a month there. So I got $250 for food, $200 for rent and utilities, $45 for smokes. Alcohol is in its own separate category at the most, and I don't think I even come close to this, but at $45 a month. We try to go out once every weekend. I'll have a couple beers, she'll have a couple waters or a Sprite, and an occasional beer now and then, once in a while, but they're only $1 each when you go out. Then I'll buy, a few more on the way back. If you buy them by the can here, they're only 50 cents for Anchor, 60 cents for other brands. But occasionally I don't want to go out at all, but I do feel like getting a little drunk, so I'll just buy 8 beers. Like on a Friday or a Saturday night, just stay home, watch movies, and drink. But yeah, I don't think I've ever come close with just me and her to spending $45, but I'm not real sure about that one because sometimes I don't drink at all, sometimes I do. So, but I just figured, $45 for alcohol. Water, cell phones, and toiletries. Let me get up so you can get a different view. Water are in the big jugs. Like I said, the big 20, I think they're 21 liters. They're heavy, they're big. We have 2 of those. They're $1 each to refill. Well, actually, they're 3,000 real to refill, 75 cents each. But because they're so heavy, what I do is give a motorcycle guy 25 cents or 1,000 real, and he puts it on his bike, on the front of his bike, and drives it right down the street to my house. And most of the time, they'll even carry it upstairs for you for that same money. So I figure $1 each. We don't go through 2 a week. We usually go through 1 and a little bit of the second in a week. But if we absolutely went through 2 a week, that's what I figured for that. I figured that at $8 a month. Cell phones, we each have a cell phone, $2 a week, and for calls, texts, and data, that's enough for both of us. That's pretty set, $4 a week. And then toiletries. Of course, you need things that you're going to buy frequently. body soap, dish soap, shampoo, toothpaste, napkins, laundry detergent, things like that. I'm not really sure how much we spend a month because we always buy the big things of those, like the big tub of body soap instead of the small one because it has extra cleaning power, I guess, or whatever. But we buy the big ones, and we don't go, even between both of us, we do not go through any of that in 1 month. Except maybe for the laundry detergent. She does a lot of laundry. But yeah, so again, I rounded that up and figured another $35 for that. For the water, phones, and toiletries. Another thing, it doesn't matter. Wouldn't matter if Senglai was with me or not, or another person, is coffee. I buy 1 coffee a day. It's $1 every day, $30 a month. Pretty straightforward. And then my visa, I figure $30 a month for that. Generally 25, but I rounded it up because it's also going to depend on the visa you get and how long you get it for, the 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. A lot's going to depend on that. I usually get 3 months at a time. Cost me $85. So yeah, about $30 a month. I rounded that up for that. And then tuk-tuk rides. Tuk-tuk rides are generally not my thing. I like to walk. I'm still looking at buying a motorbike. So not a lot of tuk-tuks. I spent $6 this month. If you look at my video on number 2 emergency, you know why. We took a tuk-tuk all the way from downtown back because I had an emergency, and then about a half hour later we took another one back downtown because I just didn't feel like walking. And then we took one back from the bar just because it's dark. I was a little tipsy and I wanted to get some more beer before the store closed. So but at the most, if that wouldn't have happened, I would have spent like $2 the month. But I rounded it again I rounded it up to 10 just in case there might be a time when I take an extra tuk-tuk ride or 2. So those are my monthly living expenses rounded up. So there's still plenty of money left over for other things. Like I bought saying that purse and the hat during the festival. We ate a lot of extra food during the festival, but it didn't really affect this monthly price because I rounded all of this up. So all the money I rounded up from is the money I would say we spent on the festival. But that's a grand total of $645. And again, I rounded that up to $650. That is what I spend to live here on an average month. So I hope that helps a little bit. Gives you an idea of what you can live on if you live like I do. I don't live poorly. I don't live like I'm in a gutter. I'm not on the edge of poverty. I don't live in a slum. But I also don't eat a lot of Western food all the time. I don't drink craft beers that are like $2 or $3. I don't live in a big fancy villa that's going to cost me $350 to $400 a month. So, like I said, most of it is going to depend on you and your preferences. So keep that in mind. Anyway, that's about it for now. Gonna sit here by the river for a bit, maybe go downtown a little later. And I hope that helped. If you want to know anything else, leave me a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you wish. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.